Tara, Sonenshine class of 1981. Tara, your story is truly remarkable and is an illustrious example of the endless opportunities that are possible with a Tufts education. You're often quoted as saying that your undergraduate experience at Tufts as a political science major was instrumental in the development of your career. While a student, you wrote for the Tufts Daily. Following graduation, you took advantage of an internship with ABC News as an intern with Tufts alumnus David Burke, who selected a Tufts graduate to mentor each year. From that point on, your life's work has been at the intersection of communication, foreign policy, and the pursuit of peacemaking and management of international conflicts. You were a former contributing editor for Newsweek. You wrote numerous articles on foreign affairs for the New York Times, the Washington Post, and other newspapers. And you earned 10 News Emmy Awards for your coverage of China, Iran, the Philippines, and South Africa. It was through these experiences that you developed an interest in the world of public policy. Currently, you are Executive Vice President at the United States Institute of Peace, which helps prevent, manage, and resolve conflicts overseas. Prior to joining USIP, you were a strategic communications advisor to many international organizations, including the International Crisis Group, Internews, CARE, the American Academy of Diplomacy, and the International Women's Media Foundation. You also served in the Clinton administration as a transition director for the National Security Council, as a director of foreign policy planning for the National Security Council, as an assistant to Samuel Berger, as a special assistant to President Clinton, and as a deputy director of communications. As a capstone to your remarkable career, you were nominated by President Barack Obama and recently sworn in as the new Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs. And that happened after you got this award. You were picked for this award. So see, even after you get this award, things keep happening. As the department's senior public diplomacy official, you will lead America's public diplomacy outreach, bridging countries through educational exchanges, cultural programming, and academic grants, among many other responsibilities. Tara, the Tufts University Alumni Association is proud to recognize your remarkable achievement in your profession and to present you with the Distinguished Achievement Award.
Thank you very, very much to the Alumni Association and to the administration of Tufts University. Although it's always nice to get an award, it's nicer to get an award that brings you home. This is my home. And, you know, growing up in a Jewish family, we were always taught to bring your would-be spouse to meet your family. So I have brought my husband to meet Robin and Saul Gittleman and make sure they approve after 25 years or so. And it's a pleasure to be here also with Nancy Wilson. I've served with her on the Tisch board, and one of the sad things about being confirmed by the Senate is you cannot serve on these boards, and that was the most bittersweet part of being sworn in. Being a nominee and going through the confirmation process was hard, but not as hard as Yid Lit, getting an A in that course. And I do want to take a moment to read you a couple of things about my connections to Tufts. And it is here that I remember learning in the ex-college, studying with professors who opened my mind onto the international world. It is this university that teaches you about endless adventures, endless possibilities, and bridges that you could not even imagine leading to other bridges. I could never have imagined being on this campus, that I would someday become an Undersecretary of State, taking everything I have learned about people-to-people engagement and putting it to work. And so tonight, I want to dedicate this award to two Davids that really ushered in some very remarkable things. One was mentioned earlier, David Burke. When I left college, David Burke offered me my first professional opportunity simply because he loved Tufts and because he said, "I have a good feeling about you." And so I went to work and traveled the world and couldn't have imagined a better professional start. Nor could I have imagined that David Burke would someday become President Burke, president of CBS News. I could never have imagined that David Burke would become chairman of the Broadcasting Board of Governors, and that this week I would represent Secretary Clinton on the Broadcasting Board of Governors and approve a motion for the David Burke Journalism Award. If that is not endless possibilities, I don't know what they are. The other David I met here is a man named David Maxwell. I took his class in Russian literature. I was so inspired by everything Russian. I could never have imagined that I would leave this campus, study Russian, be sent to the Ural Mountains, and that one day I would get a call from David Maxwell asking me to serve with him on a board on the study of foreign languages. I could not have imagined, nor could he, that he would become President Maxwell of Drake University, and that one of my early speaking engagements will be at the Citizen Engagement Center near Drake University. If that is not endless possibilities, bridges upon bridges, all built on this Medford campus, I don't know that anyone can be as imaginative and creative as this university has been for me. So tonight, I thank you all for the opportunity to come home and to be with family. Thank you very much.